Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture. In this episode, we are summarizing the 6th episode from Season 1 of Ozark, titled Book of Ruth. In the beginning, Marty enjoys a peaceful bike ride. Shortly after passing by to see how the church he and Wendy are having built for Pastor Mason, he is run off the road by none other than Jacob's enforcer, Ash. Marty is picked up off the road by Ash and some other men and thrown into the back of a truck. When Charlotte discovers Marty's bike by the side of the road, Wendy and the kids are driving and discussing the next school year. Wendy exits the vehicle to investigate the situation, and Charlotte is instructed to remain in the vehicle. Wendy comes across Marty's messenger bag on the ground and attempts to contact him on his cell phone. It rings nearby, which she hears. Marty is greeted by none other than Jacob Snell as the cover of the truck he was forced inside opens. Jacob greets Marty, saying, "Welcome to our home." Jacob gives Marty a tour of their operation while also teaching Marty about the Snell's past. The Snell family was forced to relocate due to the floods in 1929. Jacob starts telling Marty that the trouble with them moving up is that things don't grow up there. But there is one plant that may be found particularly anywhere: poppies. Jacob goes on to tell Marty that he is causing him a lot of problems. Jacob tells Marty that first he took over their strip club, but now he is taking over their church. Of course, Marty had no idea the Snells were distributing drugs through the church at the time. Jacob demands that he halt all work on the church. Because of his employer, Marty says he won't be able to accomplish it until next month. Darlene interrupts him and continues to detail the interior of the Birds' family home, including every single image of their family on the walls. Darlene goes on to detail the house's layout, including which room belongs to whom. Every detail, right down to the color of their toothbrushes. Wyatt wonders if Ruth is going on a date after she puts on a lovely dress and makeup. Cade Langmore is her father, and Ruth is going to visit him in prison. She tells her father everything about Marty's money and where it is once she arrives. He inquires as to what she is anticipating, and she responds that she is unable to launder the money at the time, to which Cade responds that she must kill Marty. After the Snells kidnap Marty, he and Wendy are compelled to inform Pastor Mason that he must stop the church build. They claim that the property is not zoned for a religious facility. They tell Mason that he's going to get a church eventually. Marty continues by telling Mason that he should still get back on the water right away. Marty is worried because he doesn't believe the Blue Cat Lodge and the strip club will be enough. Wendy, however, is proving that Marty isn't the only one in the family who can talk a good game, informing Sam, the real estate agent, that his sales had increased by 43% since August. She explains that it's all due to her effort. Wendy reminds him that she needs to correct what his overbearing mother does. When he tries to add that his mother is also helping, Wendy declares that she is deserving of a raise. Sam's mother comes into the picture at that precise moment to criticize the cookies Wendy baked for the open house. Wendy begins the breakdown of the money that has been made after Sam begs his mother for a moment. She tells him she wants half of his raise. Wendy plays her cards and threatens to go to another realtor down the block if Sam does not respond. He offers her $10,000 just before she can go. Wendy responds with a wager of $40,000 on the table. Sam's mother isn't having it, and she threatens to modify her will to give her money to the ASPCA instead. After Sam's mother leaves, he hands Wendy $25,000 and tells her to take care of the open house today before following after his mother. The Blue Cat is hosting a great party, and Rachel is on the lookout for Marty, who appears to be missing. Marty is on the phone with Ruth at the Blue Cat's office, telling her that he'll be visiting the club tomorrow with his contractors to re-roof it. Marty also informs her that he will be leaving his vehicle with the employees and would like it if she takes him home. Remember, I am summarizing the entire series, so let me know what your favorite TV show and movie is so I can summarize it in the future. Also, consider clicking subscribe if you enjoyed this summary. Doing these two things helps my channel out tremendously. I truly appreciate your support. Ruth sees an opportunity to carry out her plan. Rachel locates Marty and informs him that a dozen employers have offered to buy him a beer, but he is confined to his cave. Ignoring Rachel's words, he announces that the lodge's rooms will be recarpeted. She admits that after her grandmother died, she'd grown to appreciate this place once more. She reminds Marty of when she cautioned him not to get her hopes up, and he recalls hearing her say that. Well, they're up, she acknowledges. When Marty returns home, Wendy is visibly angry and waiting for him. Marty is informed that Dell has sent them something. When Marty opens the package, he discovers a jar with eyes inside of it. Ruth is tinkering with the dock's electrical. Not only did she follow her father's suggestion to kill Marty, but she also used Google to figure out how to do so. She plans to give Marty a ride by boat. She turns off the power at the docks so Marty will be electrocuted if he uses the dock to escape later. Russ takes Roy to the strip club in hopes of persuading Ruth to introduce them to Marty. Ruth tells Russ that they are currently working on a plan. Ruth begs Roy to come outside so she can speak alone with her uncle. His dock, Ruth says when Russ asks what her strategy is rigged to turn on the lights for him. It'll be the ideal occurrence. In the meantime, Ruth warns Russ to keep his mouth shut and go out. When Russ returns to Roy's truck, Roy inquires about the incident. Agent Petty asks about the incident and asks what Ruth was talking about specifically, to which Russ replies, "Let's just say Marty Bird won't be investing much more." At this moment, Agent Petty cautions Russ against making a mistake that would land him in prison. In a later scene, Ruth confronts Russ, convinced that he tampered with her rig in order to kill Marty. This is because when she arrived with Marty, he was not electrocuted. Russ is adamantly opposed to it. Russ gets in her face and she gets back in his. The truth is, we should never have trusted a tiny girl with a man's job, Russ tells Ruth. Ruth decides to spit in his face after that attack. Russ then strikes Ruth across the face as his last resort. Wendy discovers Ruth's black eye as Ruth returns the van to the Bird's house. Wendy welcomes her in and starts cleaning Ruth's eye. Ruth is asked if the message is from a boy or from someone at home. Ruth is adamant that she tripped. Ruth says she has to leave and Charlotte storms inside the house. Wendy offers Ruth her phone number and urges her to call if she ever needs anything. Wendy and Charlotte are sitting on the dock when Charlotte tells her mother how much she dislikes being there and starts crying. Marty arrives at the Blue Cat to discover Rachel at her desk, rummaging through the files. Rachel claims the books are in perfect condition, but she is lying. She starts going over everything in the books that isn't true. She confronts Marty and insists that he leave the land since he is a liar. He flatly refuses. Marty starts telling her about his predicament. She threatens to contact the authorities. He storms out of the office, throwing all of the documents out. As Ash is surveilling the area where the church was to be built, he notices a cross has been erected. Marty tries to call Wendy and leaves a voicemail saying they put up a cross. That was episode 6, titled Book of Ruth. To watch the next or previous episode summary, click on the link in the description or at the end of this video. If you enjoyed this summary, consider clicking like and subscribe. This truly helps me grow this channel. I'll see you on the next one.
You ordered 25 air conditioners. We only installed 4.
We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.